Erin here again, and today is the day that I officially hit my 6-month mark of being keto. This is a great day. I have never really stuck with one diet for this long, and I don't see myself ever going off of this way of eating. I see maybe myself playing around with some things, but I think basically I will be on some sort of ketogenic diet the rest of my life because I've honestly never felt so amazing. I feel an abundance of energy. I feel like I'm finally getting the body I've always wanted, and I feel like, you know, internally and just my overall body, just hair, everything, like I've never felt so amazing. I feel like my mood's improved. I feel like I've become an even more positive person than I was before, and I feel barriers that I had personally, you know, coming down. I would say that prior to keto, talking into a camera and putting myself out there to be judged or ridiculed or to be questioned in any way wouldn't be something that I would do because I would be too shy about it, or, you know, wanting to hold myself back. And now it's just different. I can't explain what this, you know, kind of change in my lifestyle has done for me beyond just saying that everything is different, and I'm only seeing positives. So that being said, 6 months on keto, not a terrible amount has changed since I did my 90-day video. I have lost some inches throughout my body, and I am currently, as of this morning, at 135.8 pounds, which for me is great because I'm finally breaking through some of those barriers that had been there before. You know, initially with going on keto, my goal was to be not overweight. I started out on keto at 155 pounds, and for me, I'm 5'2", so that is, you know, considered to be overweight. I've dealt with weight loss struggles for years. I went to college and I gained a lot of weight, and I think at my highest I was 189 pounds, which for my height puts me in the obese range, and that's a very scary thing to have to deal with. So I've been struggling to kind of figure out how to get down and how to get, you know, to kind of what's healthy. And that's really been my goal this entire time, is to be healthy. And so I do feel healthy now. I do feel like I'm, you know, still losing weight, but also still maintaining weight. Now that I'm no longer overweight for my height, I feel like that's a great benefit. And if it's a slow loss from here on out, that's great. As long as I'm never overweight again, I'm a happy person. So you might be looking at my shirt and thinking that this maybe isn't super fashionable right now, but for me, this is a huge win. I wore this shirt in high school, and I've been carrying it around with me because I've been wanting to be back at that size. And I have this as one of those pieces of clothing that, you know, you hold on to and you just hope you get back into. And for me, high school was 15 years ago, so being able to wear this shirt is a huge victory for me. And it's kind of emotional because it's, you know, it's something that you never think you're gonna get back to. And so I really think, you know, being on this whole keto quest and being on this whole keto journey for being able to get me back into this shirt. Small victories are definitely the thing that keeps me the most motivated. And during the last 3 months, if you've been watching my other videos, you'll know that I've had a few setbacks. I tried a refeed day, and that wasn't a good fit for me. That's not to say that it's not a good fit for everybody, but, you know, not everything works for everybody. And I know there are people out there, because they've commented about how refeeds definitely work for them, and I totally, you know, if it's working for you, it's working for you. It just didn't work for me, and I don't know if it's necessarily because it was a refeed day or if it was because that day I had gluten, and I am somebody who's gluten sensitive. But I feel like I'm finally past that kind of moment and back on track, and able to kind of keep moving forward with this whole keto process. And so it feels great to just be past that at this point. So for body changes, like I said, I went from 155, so in December of 2016, I was there, the 155 zone, and now I am in the 135. So I've lost about 20 pounds so far, and that feels really great in 6 months to be able to do that. I mean, it's better than being stuck at 155 and having to not tried anything. I'm very, very excited to see where I'll be at by the time I hit 1 year on keto, but for right now, I am really, really pleased with that number. I did lose several inches, and I have seen a lot of change within my body. I'm going to insert some pictures, some video, and just kind of talk over it so you guys can see kind of the changes that I've experienced. So I've noticed that not only have I dropped in size, but I noticed that I've also the way I carry my body is different. I used to be somebody that would kind of hunch in and try to make myself small and try to, kind of disguise my size, and now I feel like I'm somebody that's just much more open, like I'm using my hand movements. I would never, be comfortable filming like this without having my shoulders covered or my arms covered, because I was really self-conscious about my arms because I felt like they were just too big. I felt like everything was just too big, but so I wanted to cover everything up. And now I will wear, tank tops, and it's such a strange feeling to be able to feel like comfortable. It's odd to be that comfortable and to be that open about it too. So besides the kind of body composition changes and just kind of having more confidence within myself, I have noticed that things like bags under my eyes, dullness and dryness within my hair has gone away. I did do this in my last vlog, and so I'm sorry to repeat myself, but it is a component of what's happened to me since I've been on keto, and that's the dramatic change in my hair. It's definitely noticeable at this point that keto has had an effect on my hair. My hair was incredibly dry and brittle. Sorry, it was bitter, I guess, but my hair was incredibly dry and brittle, and I was very concerned that I was gonna have to cut a bunch off, and I feel like keto has definitely helped with that. I haven't experienced any hair loss. I've only personally experienced a lot of hair benefits. So for me, keto is definitely working. I do feel like because I take things like collagen and vitamin C, that does help kind of support those systems. So if you are experiencing hair loss, I would recommend making sure you're getting your daily amount of vitamin C and collagen. I feel like that has been a beneficial component to this whole process. So the other thing I would say is that my skin has definitely cleared up. I do think I have one little zit right now, but for me, hormonal acne was a huge issue, and I feel like keto's only helped cure that for me. I am 33 years old, and I feel like keto is also helping me to kind of reverse age. Before going on keto, I looked incredibly tired. You could tell that I had nutrient deficiencies, and you could tell that I was just not at my optimal, kind of place. So I feel like keto's helped kind of fill in those patches and made me kind of stronger as far as my face goes. When I compare pictures of myself, in my high school days versus, a year or two ago to now, I look a lot more like I did in high school. And I'm trying to say that in like the least awkward way where it's, I don't know, I don't want to be like, talking up my own self-esteem here, but it is very, very shocking to me that that's happened. And so thanks again, keto. The other thing I will say that I'm experiencing as a positive is my mood's improved. I'm definitely more outgoing. I'm more vibrant, I feel. I feel like and I think this is partly due to when you lose weight too. I felt like I was in a shell. Like I was saying before, I was trying to get small. I was trying to take up the least amount of space. I didn't want to draw attention to myself. I wanted to constantly cover my body up. I didn't want to put myself out there. I just wanted to hide. And now that I'm not so self-conscious about my body, I feel amazing and I want to put myself out there. I would have never ever done something like this. I would never have created a YouTube channel that just seemed so foreign to me before, because it opens you up to criticism. And since doing this, I have gotten criticism, and some things people have said have hurt my feelings, but nothing can change the way that I actually feel about myself now, and that's where I put the value. The last thing I'll kind of quickly go over is some of the negatives I've experienced since going keto, and the only real negative I've experienced is I think it's the criticisms from people who don't understand what a keto diet is. So I felt that I've had to spend more time defending this whole process and being very try not to take it personally, because it has become kind of part of my identity and part of the way I feel, And it's the, the very, hopeful people trying to tell you that, oh, Erin, you shouldn't have so much saturated fat, or, you're definitely not going to get any, nutrients off of that food. All you're eating is meat and butter, right? That's the only thing you could possibly be eating. And I have never eaten a diet that is more nutrient dense and more geared to me eating fresh, healthy, complete meals where I no longer guess and worry about, am I getting enough food or am I getting the right things? Keto has made it so that I am incredibly aware and incredibly geared towards eating good fiber and making sure that I'm getting good vegetables and making sure that I'm getting good micronutrients and making sure that I'm getting my electrolytes in there and making sure that I drink enough water, which is something I was probably horribly dehydrated before this process, and now I'm not. Now I know I'm drinking enough water and I know I'm replenishing my electrolytes and my minerals, and I'm staying on top of all this because it's making me so aware of it. And I feel really blessed that keto, for the most part, is a very easy diet to follow. All I have to do is count up to a certain amount of net carbs and stay within ketosis, and make sure that I'm eating a moderate amount of protein per meal, and that I'm getting my fats from good, clean, healthy sources. So again, the keto diet for me, it's only been a blessing, and it's something that I'm going to continue with as I go on in the future. So if you are somebody who is considering going on a ketogenic diet, I would encourage you to either stay with me if you are subscribed, or subscribe to my channel, because I am going to be sticking with this journey. I have no intentions of running away from it. I am going to be 100% keto the rest of my life as far as I'm concerned, because I've honestly never felt so amazing. So I do want to say that I am so appreciative of everybody that's come along and followed me along on my journey and going through this process. I'm going to continue to be keto. I'm going to continue to make more keto talk videos, more keto vlogs, letting you know anything that goes on in my life, and more keto recipes. And I will be sharing any bit of information that I have with you guys in order to help you go along on your keto journey as well. So that being said, I hope everything's going good with you, and that your keto quest is going great. And if you are just starting out, don't be afraid to kind of join the keto community on here on YouTube. Follow me, follow others. There's a lot of great information out there, and I can't begin to encourage this diet enough. So until next time, I hope you guys are doing great, and I will see y'all later. Bye.